What up, y'all? What up? Yeah, so I'm here. I'm basically doing this live. I did it last night, to be quite honest with you. I did this live last night, and some of my audio wasn't working well, so I got it fixed, and it's sounding the way that I would like for it to sound, and I'm pretty happy about that. And I've alerted some of you of this actually. Kind of got some new equipment as well, so that was one of the reasons that I didn't have it set up all the way, so I apologize for that. Anyhow, check the links in the description if you're interested. I got a free mini course. I also have a course that I've had up for quite a while, but I'm actually adding to it. I'm adding to the course. I'm updating the course as well. All right, so it's a lot of what we talk about here, but I have it curated in a nice orderly format so that you don't have to go to multiple places on the internet to find one objective. Okay, so that's what the actual course is about, but the mini course is just to get you started, and that is free. Okay, I also have a page that you can subscribe to, a page of instrumentals. You can check that out, and that's just for your listening pleasure. That ain't nothing, asking for nothing in particular, but subscribe there if you would like that. But those links are in the description. Also in the description are products that can help with your finger dexterity, and like a couple of capos that I feel are very useful. Other than that, I'm definitely open to feedback, because if you are someone who is wanting to advance in playing guitar, I'm more than qualified to help you to do that. All right. And I have a few strategies that I like to use that I feel like are effective. So other than that, we here to play guitar and have fun and record it and stuff like that. So one of the reasons that I use the method of recording guitar is because I feel like it's a very effective way to retain what you learn, to actually accelerate your learning. And yeah, you learn faster. I mean, you learn faster. I already said the word accelerate, and you can sort of critique yourself, and that helps for it to stick as well. All right. So for starters, like I said, I already did this video last night, but I got some sound stuff squared away that is better. So, all right, now the best part by her. Pretty awesome song. All right. Even though I went over it last night, I'm gonna pretty much share the same stuff. So it is in the key of D major. All right. In the key of D major. Here is the scale to start off. Now, I'm a teacher. I don't like just throwing chords at you. I like to give you context. So give me a minute. I like to do that. But anyway, here is where D is. D is located on your 5th fret of your A string. Here's how the major chord sounds from this position. Now, an easier way to play a D major, if you go up here, you can literally, I got the links thing all in the way, but you can play whole step increments from on the E string. So you're actually going all the way up to counting your dots: 3rd, 5th, 7, 9, 10, and you start at that 10th fret, and you want to go whole step from there. And then you go to your A string 10th fret, whole step from there, which is the 12th fret, whole step from there. So here's how this looks. So that's a pretty symmetrical pattern, right? But when you go to your D string, you want to go to your 11th fret and 12th fret. So it looks like this. But if you play from here, that's how that looks. And I have many videos showing how to actually play that. I just don't want to take a lot of time covering that. All right, so now to the chords, and this is from that root position. Okay, so instead of a D major, instead of that, you're actually going to play a D major 7th. All right, and here is, okay, here that is. Let me move this over. All right, so here's how you play this chord. Okay, this is in the 5th fret, playing from that same position that I just showed you from here. So here's how you play it. And the tabs are actually showing you where to place your fingers. Okay, so for this string, which is on the A string right here, that's the 5th fret. For the D string, which is right here, 7th fret. For the G string, it's actually the 6th fret. For the B string, it's the 7th fret. And for the high E string, which is this string as well, okay? So it's kind of like two ways of looking at it. And for me, that's this string right here. Because these charts represent you looking down this way onto the actual fretboard. Okay, so keep that in mind. So this is the same exact view right here. All right, and this is how it looks. This is how your hand should look while playing it. Okay, when you strum it, it sounds like that. And if you actually, I'm gonna just do this so that you can see what my strumming hand is doing. All right. Now, if I want to sort of pluck it like this, let me actually move this down. Y'all probably like, why you got this in the way? Sorry about that. But yeah, I have my thumb here, kind of resting, and it's kind of muting this low E string, okay? But I have it right here, resting here, and then my index ring, I kind of got my ring, my pick tucked up in here, which is what I usually do. But every other string except my pinky, I'm not doing anything here. I'm just resting all those other fingers on the following strings after that, like underneath that. And so strumming does not always have to be. You can also and pluck them all at the same time, or you know, have a cool little order. All right, which is the style that the song is played. The style that the song is played is like, okay, that's how they, you know, strum everything. Next chord, because I want to get the chords out as quickly as possible because people start clicking off, which I think is funny. All right, the next chord is actually, well, the first chord was a D major 7th. This chord is an A. Okay, it is a A minor 7th. So this is your 5th fret right here. All right, you're barring right here. So if you were to strum, your bar right there, but you're going to put that ring finger on the 7th fret, on the 7th fret of your A string, and that's the chord. And the tabs show right here. The tabs pretty much show what to do. It's saying, you know, that low E string, 5th fret, the A string, 7th fret, D string, 5th fret, G string, 5th fret, B string, 5th fret, A string, 5th fret. Boom. Right there. It's right there in front of you. And you just do what it says. Now, I don't recommend playing this chord like using any of the other fingers. I mean, you can, but primarily you want to bar at the 5th fret and or you can put your pinky under here and it will pretty much be a standard minor chord. But if you only play, put your ring finger on the 7th fret on your A string, after barring it at the 5th fret, that's a minor 7th chord. And if I were to make a very brief explanation for that, the reason why these chords have different names like that is because of where the notes fall. So if I were to play a minor scale in this position, 1, 2, 3, a minor chord is a root, which is the 1, a 3 and 5, minor 3rd and 5, 1, 2, 3, that's the 3, which is here. That's already in the chord. The 1 is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 5. 5, 6, 7. There's the 7. That's in the chord. Back to the root. Okay. And the root is already in the minor chord. But if you lift that pinky, you're playing that 7 that's right there. That's why it's a minor 7. All right, moving on. Let's go to the next chord. The next chord is a G major 7th. And it looks like it looks, basically. It's right here. The tabs are here for you to see. Low E string, 3rd fret. The A string you're actually muting, so you're not playing anything on that fret. Okay. You're not playing anything on that. D string, 4th fret, G string, 4th fret, B string, 3rd fret, high E string is 2nd fret. Okay. Now, for a beginner, this might be a little tricky. So this is more of like an intermediate lesson. But I showed it last night. Like I said, I'm redoing this. But this is how I am holding this chord. And once you practice it a few times, you actually go straight to it. No problem. But I have my finger here, okay? My index finger on this 3rd fret on my low E string. But I have it muting the A string, which is right here. I have it muting this string, so it's resting. It's literally resting on top of that. And then the back part of my finger, my index finger, is actually playing the other note. So it sounds like this. So I'm literally playing this with one finger. I'm playing 2 notes with one finger, which I think is actually pretty cool. All right. So it's cool that you can play 2 notes, one finger in that way. I'm trying to give you all the angles. Okay. This way. Now those fingers in between are your ring finger, your pinky, and your index finger. You play all the stuff in between. Okay. So that's where you play the. All right. So that's pretty much how you play the chord. So the charts are there. Y'all can rewind. You can rewind back to it if needed. And now for the last chord. The last chord is also a major 7th chord. But Gabby Wilson, she does Who Is Her. She does a sort of a cool little thing. It's not really all that fancy, but she does a cool little thing with that chord. So here's that chord. So that is a B flat major 7th. Okay. So you can take that same shape that you do for the G, while only playing, let me do this real quick because the charts are in the way. While only playing the root, not the root, but the low E string right here. Remember, you're muting the A string. And you literally just slide up 3 frets. Okay? That's how you play that chord. but she moves it. So let me show you how that goes. Let me show you how that goes. It's right here. There is the there's the the B flat A sharp, and then it moves to here. So that one note moves from the F to the G. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back and forth. Okay, back and forth, back and forth. And the reason why I didn't put the tabs for that other chord is, I mean, you're moving one note. I didn't think I had to really do that, but I mean, if needed, I will if necessary. I will if necessary. Certain things that I feel that are unnecessary, I won't do, you know. But if someone says, hey, Kashif, like this is really helpful, you know, if you can do this, you know, this look backwards, like I'll do it, you know, because your eyes could be the same as so many other people's eyes. So if you just let me know what's helpful and what's not helpful, that would be great. And right now I'm not sure who's on. So, but yeah, you know, feel free to drop a comment, you know, help me out. But either way, I'm gonna do the video. Now, so the way that I play this, here we are. The way that I play this is how I showed you. So the way that the full progression goes is like this. But there's something that I'm gonna show you with that last chord real quick. After I show you the full progression, because I want it to be as simplified as possible, but still sound cool. So here we go. That's the full progression. But from how it sounds like it moves in midway, like, which means that you have to play the chord a different way. So you can do this. Then when you come up here, you're putting your pinky up there, and then you'll play the rest of the chord. So instead of playing this, which is, it's just harder to do it's harder to do that in this position. Now you can do this, but not. It's just, you know, it's a little interesting. So I know how to maneuver, but there are just multiple ways to do this. So you can go like this, and you can do that, or you can have your finger up here, play the same notes, but with, you know, whatever fingers you can reach this with. Okay. So if anyone is curious as to how to do that, if you feel like it's too much, let me know. But it's pretty straightforward, and after you do it one time, it makes it a lot easier. Okay. So now, in my lessons, I like to do a recording portion of it, because I feel like learning guitar is fun, but what makes it more fun is recording yourself. Like, who wants to just sit around and play guitar and you're not hearing yourself no kind of way? So that's just, you know, that's just something that I like. But anyhow, let me switch windows real quick, and let me come over here on this side. So I started recording it last night, and my sound wasn't how I wanted it to be, but I fixed it. And so I already recorded something, basically. So I'm gonna mute it for now, because I kind of don't like the way it sounds. I'm gonna do a few more audio tracks. And I'm pretty much finished with the lesson. I'm just going over like a few other things. We're just doing this recording part. And so any of you who need help, recording, like I said, this is a part of my teaching style. This is what I do. I don't feel like it's really complete and really, really all that fun without it. So I got my snaps that I already selected, and the way that I selected it, we using Logic. So Logic got loops, you know what I'm saying? So we got snaps over here, you know what I'm saying? I kind of like those, but I think this is what I chose right here, So yeah. So I already dragged them right here. Yeah. So if I were to practice with this, again, this is a very effective practicing tool, okay? Have you some software. If you have a Mac, you can download GarageBand free, okay? It literally comes with, if it's not on the computer, it's free to download it in the App Store or wherever you want to. Yeah, the App Store. It's free to download it. If you use a PC, which is how I started, you can use like Audacity is free, something like that. But yeah, let's go back, and I'm gonna practice with it, okay? And this is what helps locate where I am. All right, so I'm gonna practice with it before I record. I'm gonna actually just practice with it first, and then me recording it will help. It'll give me a real-time critique as to how well I can play these chords. All right, I'm gonna figure out a tone too. All right, I think I got it. And I'm gonna switch my tone, switch my pickups. So I'm a little brighter. I think I like this one. And there's a difference. There's a reason for these different tones as well. So if y'all got questions about that, let me know. All right. So, okay, here we go. And let me verify that I can actually like hear. Yep. Got my LED moving. So cool. Let me start over, and then I'm gonna hit record, and then we moving. We moving after that. I don't like that crazy doubling sound. So let me do this. Hit mute. All right, I think that came out fairly decent. Now, one thing that you do want to make sure that you do when you're recording is make sure you have your metronome on. I think that I played it on time, but I have to test it. Let me see. So that's a little slow. All right, so I'm gonna have to record that over. So I'm gonna make sure that this metronome is on. Metronome is on, make sure I'm muted. And that's to just take away that doubling sound, because I'm online and streaming, so it's like that could be distracting. Now, if I was not recording, that would be a little bit different. It would be a little bit different. I could maneuver differently, so that's why I did it. not vibing quite. All right. I think that turned out well, but notice how at first, okay. All right, so there's a slight delay because I guess because I'm streaming or whatever. So let me adjust that. Let me adjust it. Go up here. And I'm gonna cut I'm gonna cut this a little bit. Just this beginning part. Bring it up. Boom. So that's that. Now let me I'm actually going to clip this real quick. So if I just want to, come and do that, I can do that for the full length of the loop. And now all this other stuff, this is bonus stuff at this point. All right, this is bonus. So I'm kind of being myself at this point. I'm kind of being teachery, but I'm kind of not being, teacherish. I'm making up words. But at this point, I want to experiment with the melody. You know what I'm saying? And the way this song works, though it may not sound like it, it does go between two keys. Okay? So it goes between the D major, okay? So it goes between the D major as well as F major, if I'm thinking about it correctly. So it goes between this key, and then right now, this is like the 3, it's the 3 of F. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I did that wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. That's F. So 1, 2, 3. So I can play that here. Here. Or that's actually the 3 of an F major key. All right. And then it goes to the G. Then it goes to the 4 of the F major key, which is the B flat that I was talking about. So that's the 4. I'm using F as my reference. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So, and we talk about that in my private group. I'm building on Facebook or whatever. But I'm also searching out the best way to build a community. But I do have a private group on Facebook. So, and the only way that you can really join that is if you buy a course. All right. But I also have an open free group as well. So now it's time to play this, and we're gonna play this melody with it. Okay. So here's how the melody. So I was getting a little mixed between the keys, but this is why you have to know it. Okay, and this again, this is why recording, it helps to locate like what you're actually doing. So then I can go back, I can say, you know what, I was playing that key wrong. Okay. And all this is bonus stuff. I mean, if any of you got what you need and you learned the chords, you can definitely rewind it, get those chords. Not everybody wants to know melody and scales and stuff like that. Not everybody wants to know that stuff. So I try to keep that for the end, and because I get to rambling and they're like, you too long-winded. Listen, I'm trying to show you. It does require patience, but you know, this is all bonus stuff for those of you who want to actually know how to play that. So but I'm not going to do too much describing. I'm going to like save that because it becomes a lot unless somebody drops a comment and says, hey, you know, can you show this? But yeah, so initially I am in D major. Okay, so the first part of the melody is in D major. So yeah, that part is in D major. Then it switches to F. So that's the part where I have to be mindful to play in that key. So that's how they play it. I think that's right. That's that part. It goes to that other key, you know, for that brief period when they're singing the melody. Okay, when they're singing the song, that's what's happening, you know. So for anyone who wants to make sense of what's happening, you're going from this right here to this. So you're flip-flopping. But they're singing the notes in an order that makes it. So let me go back and give it another try. Because at this point, we're doing this. So that's pretty much how you play the melody, and they do that throughout the song, and I mean that's it until you get to the end part when they're like da 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 da. doing that vocally. But yeah, so that's pretty much how you play the song. I may go live again around this evening. Like around like 7, and I'm gonna cover again D'Angelo. All right, I'm gonna cover the D'Angelo. How Does It Feel? Untitled, which I already have a video up that goes over that, but I'm gonna try to condense that explanation in that. Okay. So most definitely I will see you all. I hope that this video is better than the last one. It's a little faster. I kind of stuck around a little longer for that one, but cool. That is it. And I am out, and I appreciate you. Love you. Have a good day. Again, links to courses in the description. There's a free one for, you just want to get your feet wet. But if you're ready to, invest a little bit, I mean, it's not really, a big investment, but definitely check the description for those links. Again, later this evening, I'll be covering a tutorial on How Does It Feel? Untitled by D'Angelo. I already got that video up. Okay, I already have that up, but I'm going to do a live talking about it just in case someone wants to, in case someone has questions. Okay, I can answer questions in real time. All right, that is everything. I love you. Peace.